They're almost exactly the same, and you can only tell by the way they fly. These flies hover, and you'll see them. They hover around. Their front antennae come out as a stalk, and then they branch out. A wasp has two separate orange yellow ones, and then you'll see the big fly eyes as well.
I think there's a difference with the number of wings that we've made.
No, I think they've still got the same. They've both got two wings, I think.
Well, flies have a diptera, so they have these two little things that sit out the side and they spin around like that. That's, you know, like if you have a fly,
Yep.
it's diptera, and it's got this little thing that, like a little thing, a ball on the end of it, and it spins around. So if it's not a fly diptera species, or
Yep.
then it's not. You know, it doesn't have that. That's the difference between.
So the idea is to try and get this out in one piece.
What's the tool you've got?
It's a yeah, plaster is like a you know, you just do the windows, the special putty knife.
Yeah.
Yep. I find they work really well.
I thought it was someone's wedding cake knife or something.
What do you do with them after you got them?
That's right. You get them for your wedding. What do you do?
That's it.
Wow.
I got two of them.
Best wedding present ever.
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah.
A little bit smaller.
So are they trying to bite your hands right now?
No, no.
These don't bite them.
These ones aren't. They don't bite real lot.
Oh,
A real lot.
A real lot. No, they're only. They just don't. They're very.
wow.
There you go.
How big would that have to be before you would split that brood?
Probably about that much bigger around,
Yeah.
and probably that size there.
And what would you? How would you split it? Just break it in two?
You split it. You'll see the advancing front on this one's right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the queen.
It'll usually be a lot bigger than that.
Yeah.
So, and if the advancing front's right in the middle, then you split it across the advancing front. If you need to, you can take a couple of more discs and even it out a bit. I'll see if I can find some queen cells there. I can't see any.
What's all those little white?
They're the one. They've been opened.
Okay.
So you'll see there's larvae. They've sort of been opened and stuck to it. They'll remove those and chuck them out of the hive. But that's nice. That's a real nice brood.
So how are you going to squash that into your little box?
Squeeze.
Oh, that's so squeezy.
So what happens if it breaks?
You get an upset queen.
So you have to orientate the brood
The same way up.
correct way?
Yes.
And they'll always just build those discs like horizontally.
Yes.
Generally.
Yep. What you'll find is if a log lays down it lays down and it's there for 2 to 3 months, they'll reorient the brood to the other way. So they start building the other way. But because this was only on the ground for 7 days, they didn't get a chance to start orienting. But you'll see here, they have started.
Turn it.
See these cells here on the side at the advancing front?
Going the other way.
Going the other way up and down. So they did start. So they started on the advancing front and then they move forward, move up and down and fix all the brood as it hatches and the new queen comes in. I mean the new queen lays the new eggs.
Do they have a north-south orientation?
No.
No, it doesn't matter.
Perfect.
The way that I read it, there's a lot of conjecture as to how you can orient the the brood.
Yep.
Because the people that are heavily into splitting, that have got 400 hives that need to be split, they can't afford to muck around.
No.
And so they just take the 2 halves and just plop
And
them
just
over
plank it, yep, and boxes on top.
and boxes on top.
Yep.
So half of the brood's upside down.
It is. And, you know, what we've found...
Don't convince them.
No, I know, but see, when the bees are about 30 days in the cell, they've eaten most of the stores, and it's gotten that consistency where it's not runny anymore. So if they do turn them upside down at that stage, see, he was biting me. If they do turn them upside down at that stage, they're pretty right. But if it's fresh brood that's only just been laid, the bees drown. So that's going to be a damn good hive, that. A real good hive.
We make them good at wham.
Yeah.
Where's it from?
Whammy land.
Came out nice and neatly,
It
didn't
did.
it?
Look at that. Those pollen stores are beautiful.
So will you put them into the hive as well?
No, just a bit.
And that's enough for them?
Yes.
I split the brood, I put it in 2 boxes, and then I put an induction tube between them
That's got a bit of honey in it too.
so that they can share the space. Don't know. Hopped in the car and drove up here.
And that just sets them on their way, and they've got to work hard now.
They do, yep. See, the pollen needs to ferment. They put don't know what they put in it, but there's probiotics in there, and it's got to, the pollen's got to come to a certain consistency or a certain taste before they use it to provision the brood. So, but honey, they can make that almost instantly and provision the brood cells with it. So we always put a bit of pollen in there, so they've got that pollen ready to go to use for the brood cells.
But they're clever, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're very smart little bees.
If these weren't happy, for example, would they then try and raid one of your other?
No.
They weren't.
No, only when, because this is such a big hive, and that's why they were fighting. But usually, no. If once that is full, this was chock-a-block full, this log, they had no more room to go, and there was enough bees there to start a new colony. So basically, that's what they were looking to do.
Okay.
And that's why they were fighting, because they were opened up this morning, and they've seen the other bees here, and they thought, oh, is that my home?
Is that partly because they're so close? That,
Yeah.
You know, like they're too close to each other in a sense?
Yeah, it is at the moment. Yeah. Usually I don't have that much problem, but because this was such a big hive.
If you just had an empty box beside it, would they go into that one?
No. No, they'll be looking for other bees. Yeah.
What, to drive them out of their hive? Or-
No, well they think it's their home.
Oh, okay.
And the other bees know that they're not.
Yeah, and the other bees, the guard bees, know it's not. No, they're not. They don't belong here.
And they had a big fight, and then you've got bees all over the
Yeah. So then you got bees everywhere.
That wax you put around the box when you put the lid on there.
Yep.
How long can that last, and do you put it in a fridge or like?
The
The wax you put around the.
Yeah, yeah. They use that to seal it.
Yeah, no, but I mean you.
Oh, that
Yeah.
I just leave it in there.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And
There's
it
no
lasts
need to fridge
forever?
it. No.
And it has stayed pliable like that little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It stays pliable the whole time. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
And that was mainly from around the honey stores.
Yes, that's all from the honey stores. That was about a month ago.
Yeah.
But see, that's
And that'd last forever, or
it won't last me forever.
no, no.
Well, it just about all came out, didn't it?
Yep. Yeah, I got all that out nice and neat.
Yep.
This is what you want to try and do. You want to try and minimise spills as much as possible.
because it attracts the bugs?
Well, you don't get, well, it drowns bees. If bees get stuck in the honey, they drown, and that's the end of the bees. And you don't really want to, you don't want to drown
That's
bees.
stripping away that.
Yeah, that'll be right there. It's going down underneath that. So it won't drown so many bees. We try and minimise losses as much as possible. Can you get me another view panel, please?